Hi everyone, my name is Elizaveta Ivanova, and I'll be presenting the results of the EEG study conducted together with Daria Mamotenko. In this study, we were interested in whether better rhythm during typing can actually predict level of language development. Typing is a very complex, yet very common and everyday-like activity. Typing is often used to study executive control. Such research showed that typing is predicatory of the executive control capacity, specifically via alpha and beta rhythms. However, typing, being somewhat a representation of written speech, has also the potential to be predicatory of language development. So far, only one study showed that alpha and beta activity during typing is correlated to dyslexia, a learning disorder, often cohabiting with language disorders. Therefore, in our study, we aim to measure whether language development can be predicted by alpha and beta rhythms during typing. 27 Russian-speaking children aged from 11 to 16 years old participated in our study. Of those, the first group came from an isolated population with high prevalence of language disorders, and the second group were the children from a nearby settlement. Part of the total group had a developmental language disorder. Despite that, all participants were healthy and did not have a condition that could explain a language underdevelopment. The procedure consisted of 2 steps. First, we used the method of narrative, in which kids were asked to talk about any topic they would like, while recording their language samples. This task was aimed at assessing the level of language development. For the second task, we asked participants to type sentences for 12 images taken from the Self-5 method. In this task, EEG caps for 128 electrodes were used. For the analysis, we relied on the following variables: mean length of utterance and subordination index extracted from narrative samples. And also EEG. EEG was preprocessed and frequency domain transformation was exported using fast Fourier transform. In the end, we found that beta rhythm was less active in the group with high prevalence of language disorders, and that language measures from narrative had a main effect on the result. When we plotted the data, we found that children from control group, that is the group that did not have a high prevalence of language disorders, had a much higher variance. The higher were the language scores, the less active beta rhythm was. This can be explained by the fact that participants with better level of language development required less energy from their executive control to type. Concerning alpha rhythms, alpha was more active with the group with high prevalence of language disruptions. Again, the better was the language score, the less was the alpha activity, but not in all conditions. We see the opposite with the control group and the mean length of utterance on the left. That will require future research. Overall, we found that beta activity is negatively correlated to the level of language development, which fits nicely in the past research that showed that decreased executive control is associated with low level of language development. Another evidence for that is that levels of alpha activity being higher in children with decreased level of language development. To sum up, the study suggests that typing can be used for predicting language development. Here are references if someone will be interested to learn more about the topic. And here are we. Thank you a lot.